All right, everyone. So welcome to the Monday night, well, not night, welcome to the Monday webinar. So this has been a long-awaited webinar. So today we have our BDM, Mr. Steven Hunter. How are you today, Mr. Steven?
Wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Listen, thanks so much for being here. The agents have so many questions about Norwegian, and we're just super excited to be able to have you on and to have you teach us about Norwegian. So the floor is all yours. Take it away. We can't wait to hear.
Awesome. So hopefully with this presentation, it'll keep a lot of the questions down. So my name is Steven Hunter. I'm the Regional Sales and Marketing Manager for Norwegian Cruise Line. This is my 29th year with Norwegian, which means I can probably answer any questions that you have or make something up that sounds good. So we'll save all the, if you want to write down the questions and save them till afterwards, that's probably going to be the best way, because I'm going to talk very, very fast. We got quite a few slides to go through. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. The question I get the most from agents and your clients is, why Norwegian? What makes us different? What makes us better? What makes us worse? Why Norwegian? Why would you want to sell us? You know, and when I'm doing a big travel show, I have clients coming up to me all the time saying, you know, hey, I'm a diamond member with Royal Caribbean. Why would I want to sail with Norwegian? So I'm going to go into that a little bit, which kind of explains what our company is all about. Let's see where we go. There we go. There's the why Norwegian. And what's the difference? You know, all the cruise lines do a fabulous job. MSC, Princess, Royal, Celebrity, Holland, they all do a fabulous job. We do things a little bit different. We always have. As a matter of fact, our original logo, so to speak, used to be a school of fish swimming in one direction with one fish that was differently colored swimming in the opposite direction, because Norwegian has always been known as the rebel fish. We, you know, if you follow what all the other, you know, elephants do in line, the view and the smell never changes. I always say that. So, you know, we do things different at Norwegian. For instance, we've been the pioneer in this industry. And a lot of the things that you see today with the different cruise lines have come out of what Norwegian has started. For instance, we were the first to service the Caribbean by any major cruise line. First to have an air sea program where you know, combine air with the cruise, and we actually have a buy one get one free air, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. First to have an uninhabited island in the middle of the Bahamas. We had bought some 50 years ago Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas, and the other cruise lines laughed and said, you know, what are you going to do with an uninhabited island? And now today everybody has their own out island. Well, we've upped that. Now we have two. We have Harvest Cay for the Western Caribbean and Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas for the Eastern Caribbean. So we have two private islands now to offer your guests. First to have a kids crew program, and we'll talk about the entourage that goes along with the kids crew program. First to put a ship in Hawaii. What a brilliant idea that we're the only cruise line in Hawaii where you fly to Honolulu, cruise around the islands, and fly back home. And we'll spend a little bit of time on that. First to offer an internet cafe and offer Wi-Fi on a ship. First to have single cabins. Again, another brilliant idea that none of the other cruise lines have picked up on, but I believe we're still the only cruise line that offers single cabins for your solo travelers, widows, widowers, or people who just like to travel alone. They don't have to pay that 200%, and we'll talk about our studio cabins. First to have an oceanfront promenade. You know, everybody goes on a cruise to be by the ocean. So with our newest Prima class ships, we have a 360-degree promenade. Kind of harkens back to those old transatlantic ocean liners where people will stroll the decks in the evening with a glass of wine. And you can do that again on Norwegian. First to have Broadway shows at sea, full Broadway shows. I mean, all the way back with the SS Norway, which was our flagship back in the 70s and 80s. We had George M. and Crazy for You, and we'll talk a little bit about what makes us different, because we have the best entertainment at sea. First to put a ship in Seattle for Alaska. First to have dinner theaters where we have our Cirque du Soleil, our Illusionarium, wine tasting, the musical. Our Manhattan room, where we bring in a show in the evenings around 10 o'clock each night. First, they have a food hall. Wait till you see some of these pictures where we have a food hall on the Prima class ship, Prima Viva, and our newest ship that's debuting this year, the Aqua, where there is 11 to 14 different restaurants, all in one area. They're all food trucks. And you can sit down and order from any one of them, and they bring your order right to your table, no matter where you're sitting. All of this brings me to freestyle cruising, where we really changed the industry some 25 years ago when we came out with freestyle cruising. Like it, love it, hate it, it's here to stay. It is definitely well, we'll talk about it. It's the most customizable, flexible experience that your clients will have, but we'll get into that in a moment. So we have 20 award-winning ships, one of the most nimble and contemporary fleets in the industry. We're building smaller ships now that are only 3,000 passengers, as opposed to some of these giant floating shopping malls that some of the cruise lines are building. We have 6 Prima ships on order from 2022 all the way through 27, offering a host of cutting-edge designs that further elevates our already award-winning guest experience that makes it very, very easy for you, our travel partners, to sell. So here's our ships. As you can see, we like to paint the hulls of our ships. Again, if imitation's the best form of flattery, we're always doing something right, because as I said, the other cruise lines like to copy what Norwegian is doing. A number of the cruise lines now are painting the hulls of their ships, and that's fine. But if you're ever in port, you can always tell if there's a Norwegian ship there, because you can see we like to paint the hulls, and we have had some very renowned artists design and paint the hulls. Guy Harvey, Peter Max, Lebo, just to name a few, Wyland, a lot of conservationists that where we work with them and give back to the community by having them design and paint the hulls of our ships. Another new and exciting adventure that we're offering now is more open jaw sailings than any other cruise line. And an open jaw sailing is when you go from one port to another and not a round trip. For instance, we have ships in Alaska where you can do a round trip Seattle that goes up into Glacier Bay or Sawyer Glacier, and it hits all of the ports, Juneau, Skagway, Ketchikan, but then ends up back in Seattle, as opposed to an open jaw sailing where you would sail from Vancouver all the way up to Seward, and then back again. So those are open jaw sailings, and what that allows your clients to do is to enjoy the ports on either side, those cities or those countries on either side of the cruise, where we offer cruise tours, 2, 3, 4-day cruise tours to extend their cruise. And we've extended the seasons, both in Bermuda and in Alaska. I know this oh too well. I did a seminar at sea last year on the very last Alaskan cruise, October 21st, where most cruise lines are finished in September. We extended our Alaska season all the way through mid to end of October. So extending those allows your clients to afford possibly, to go to Alaska or to go to Bermuda, where the rates are going to be a little bit less expensive because the weather could be a lot colder, that sort of thing. They're not going in the prime season. So, another first with Norwegian. Our freestyle experience, which I talked about, offers your clients the most customizable, flexible experience you'll ever have. There's no set dining times. Even with some of the other cruise lines, they have the my time, your time, his time, that sort of thing. But nobody has freestyle cruising like Norwegian Cruise Line. You get to choose your own restaurant, choose your own entertainment, a relaxed last day at sea. We don't kick you out of your cabin at 7 a.m., force you to eat breakfast, and then go wait in some smoky lounge for your luggage tag to be called. It's just like a hotel. Enjoy your last morning of your cruise. Room service is available. Restaurants are open. And you leave the ship by 10 o'clock, just like a hotel. And all of our ships are purposefully built for this freestyle concept. So there's something for everyone. And again, This was really poo-pooed by the other cruise lines some 15, 20 years ago when we first came out with it. And now all the cruise lines have followed suit, and they're offering specialty restaurants, relaxed dress codes, and so on. So why NCL dining? More choices than days at the seat. No fixed dining times, as I had mentioned. I mean, what a novel idea to be able to eat when you're hungry, as opposed to being forced to eat at 6:30 or at 8 o'clock, with the rest of the ship. Many complimentary restaurants, and you'll see what we're doing is we're going a little bit more upscale, not with our rates, but with what you get on board the ship, where we're taking our complimentary restaurants and offering more tables for 2, tables for 4, so that you feel like you're in a specialty restaurant. It's more of an upscale type feeling when you go to dinner at night, dining in one of our complimentary restaurants. And then plenty of specialty options if you have that special occasion, an anniversary or a birthday. We have the Italian, a Mexican, 2 steakhouses, the Brazilian, which is the Churrascaria, and the American steakhouse, seafood tapas, teppanyaki, which is the Benihana, flip the knives, our French La Bistro. We have a Starbucks on board our ships now. Coco's is our chocolatier. And to take this freestyle concept one step further, our restaurants have gone a la carte so that you don't have to pay a cover charge to go in. It's great for families because now not everyone has to pay the cover charge. There's a kids menu and they can, order right off the kids menu. You say maybe the missus is not real hungry. She had a big lunch. She just wants a baked potato and a salad, where, the mister wants the full 6-course meal. So plenty of options for everyone by taking our specialty restaurants a la carte. This is our Manhattan room. It's one of our complimentary dining rooms that we have on a number of our breakaway class ships. It holds about anywhere from 600 to 900, depending on the size. It's modeled after a 1920s supper club. We bring an orchestra in to play. People get up and dance. This is the Bliss, where it doesn't have a dance floor. The Breakaway and Getaway and the Joy all have dance floors in the Manhattan room. So absolutely beautiful complimentary restaurant. Here's another one that's called Savor, and we have an identical restaurant right across the hall called Taste. But you can see this restaurant holds over 300 people, but you get a feeling like you're in a specialty restaurant in one of our complimentary restaurants, taking that experience a little bit more upscale. Specialty dining, I had mentioned, the teppanyaki, the Food Republic, our Q Smokehouse with our award-winning barbecue sauce. We bring a country western band in each evening. Los Lobos is our Mexican restaurant, our bake shop, Starbucks, and so on, that we had already discussed. Everybody goes on a cruise to be by the water. Imagine going to dinner at night and being asked, would you like to dine indoors or outdoors this evening? A number of our restaurants and lounges all flow to the outside. So weather permitting, you can sit outside. You can see top left is our La Cucina, which is our Italian restaurant. You can dine outside and sit there and watch the sunset. What a great idea. There's the teppanyaki, La Bistro, and then Cagney's is our steakhouse. Plenty of exhilarating activities, something for everyone's speed, fun for solo travelers, groups, families. Most are complimentary or a minimal charge. For instance, this is our racetrack, and it's very, very competitive. These cars go over 35 miles an hour. You're on for about 8 minutes, something like that. So it seems like you're on forever. I think you go 5 times around, and it's only $10, I think, per ride, something to that effect. They may have raised it to $15. But it's a nominal fee, minimal cost, a novelty item, but it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of people coming back to our ships now just to do the racetrack. They absolutely love, sailing through Alaska, looking at the glaciers while you're racing around in a car. Some of the exhilarating activities we have: the Aqua Park, the racetrack I mentioned, our laser tag, the Galaxy Pavilion is our 40,000 square foot virtual reality room. Really, it's a must if you're ever on any of our ships or you want to talk to any of your clients. It's something they need to do. I think for 4 hours, it's only $40 to go in, but all kind of virtual reality with the goggles, Jurassic Park and zombie rooms and all kind of fun stuff that you can do. Sports complex, as you can see, bottom left, our Pulse Fitness Center. And then our Splash Academy, which is our kids crew program that we had started. We take kids on a few of our ships at 6 months old, but you can see the ages here, anywhere from 3 to 12 with group sitting. We have a kids aqua park on board the majority of our ships. But what I wanted to point out was our entourage club. You know, I had teenagers, and they're the worst age to take on a cruise because they're too cool to dress up like pirates and join the kids crew program and march around the ship, but they're too young to get in the casinos. So what do teenagers do on a cruise? If you've ever been on one, you see them hanging out in the stairwells, forming gangs, hanging out in the elevators. Well, we've got an entourage room now on a number of our ships where we've been able to corral the teenagers. It's a parent-free zone, no parents allowed. Every gaming system is available. You can see air hockey and pool and foosball. They have Wii and Xbox. 13 and 14-year-olds one way, 15, 16, 17 the other way. As I said, very well chaperoned, all kind of specialty drinks where they can get virgin pina coladas and so on. Great way to corral the teenagers. Here's our ropes course, which we have on a couple of our ships. This is complimentary. As you can see, it ends with walking the plank 14 decks above the ocean, where you get out to the end and you pull a little string and it takes your picture out over the ocean, but you're tethered to the top. It gives you a very, very good workout. And again, this is complimentary. Plenty of relaxing activities. We have the casino, the Mandara Spa, some adults only areas, the Vibe Beach Club, and our Spice H2O. And I'll show you a picture of what we have at the aft of our ship called Spice H2O. Number of unique bars and lounges, strolling the waterfront, of course, and shopping, which I had mentioned earlier. But here's the adults only area on the aft of our ships. This is called Spice H2O. There's a sign that said 18 and older only during the day. They have hot tubs back here. There's a bar. You can get finger foods, you know, pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, that kind of thing. They're playing nice music. It's just a way to get away from that crazy Caribbean music around the pool if you want to come and just enjoy a nice, relaxing afternoon with other adults in the aft of our ship. So a real plus. I had mentioned our entertainment, second to none. We've always had the best shows at sea, full Broadway shows, award-winning Rock of Ages, Legally Blonde, Footloose, Jersey Boys, Choir of Man. And one of my favorites that I have a little snippet here, it's called $1 Million Quartet. Just to give you an example of what some of our entertainment is like. It's the story, and it's a true story. This musical is a true story, and it's been on Broadway. I've actually seen it at the Strauss Theater a couple of times. It was just there. It's the story of four guys that happened to get together in 1960. They ended up in Memphis at a recording studio called Sun Records. And while they were there, they decided to have a jam session, and the guy actually recorded it. So this is the true story, and here's a little snippet of $1 Million Quartet.
All right, let's do it.
And the four guys are Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, and Carl Perkins. Great Broadway show. And a little bit later here in our presentation, I'll let you guys in on a secret of what one of our newest shows is that had just debuted on our brand new ship, the Viva. So NCL Accommodations, what makes us different? Being able to enjoy the comfort of your home away from home, a range of options for everyone's travel style and budget. Lots of connecting rooms for groups and for families. We've got the Haven, which we'll talk about in a moment. That's our private suite and villa complex. Club balcony suites, balconies, ocean views, insides. And then our studio cabins, which again, I think was one of the most brilliant ideas that Andy Stewart, our CEO, had many years ago, which is, as you can see bottom right, that's our single or our solo cabins for the single travelers. Here is the Haven, which I told you is our suites and villa complex. Hidden away at the top of the ship. It's a private card key access only for Haven guests. You have your own 24-hour butler, concierge, private Haven venues like your own restaurant, your own workout facility, your own pool, your own sun deck. I mean, people sail for weeks in Haven and never leave the area except for maybe to come down for a show or to get off the ship for shore excursions. They'll pack and unpack your clothes. They will escort you down to the shows. You have your own roped off area. We really, really take care of our suite and villa guests. So, any of these slides, I'm going over them rather quickly. If you have questions, we can, talk about them in depth afterwards. I talked to you about the solo cabins, our studio cabins. Up until January 1st of this year, only 8 of our ships had single cabins. And they were all inside cabins. And what we did is we put some virtual reality rooms in there, our windows, so you could actually see what's going on the outside, on the port side of the ship. So it's almost like having an ocean view cabin while you're in an inside cabin. But all of the cabins, all of these solo cabins, they all circle a lounge area that only single travelers have access to. It's just a meet and greet place for like-minded travelers. You can see the wine kiosk over there where you can swipe your card and get a glass of wine. We'll put sandwiches in the afternoon. In the morning, there's Danish. In the evenings, we have cookies and desserts, that kind of thing. It's complimentary cappuccino and espresso. Just a nice meet and greet place for like-minded travelers. But after January 1st, we just made an announcement where every single one of our ships now has single cabins, and not just insides, but insides, ocean views, and balconies. So every single ship now has solo cabins, and the prices range anywhere from 115% to maybe 160 or 70%. But the point is, your clients don't have to pay 200% to go in a single cabin any longer for inside ocean view or balcony. So very excited to talk about this new expansion of our solo staterooms that started in January. We've made investments in our fleets. Both of our private islands, the Norwegian Edge is $1 billion project that we took our Jewel class ships, the Jewel, the Gem, the Jade, the Star, the Sun, and put $1 billion into these ships, stripping some of them all the way down to the studs, because as we like to say, we like that new ship smell. So we want your clients to be able to get on one of our ships and have no idea of the age. I just did a ship inspection yesterday. I was over in Port Canaveral on the Epic, and the Epic was built in 2010. And of the 50 agents that I had, no one could guess the age any closer than maybe 2018 or 19. That's how new the ship looks. Absolutely gorgeous. And she was built in 2010. We have a brand new terminal in Miami. Our Sail and Sustain program is a way of us giving back to the community. It was real easy for all the cruise lines to get rid of the plastic straws. That was a simple one, but we took it a step further, and we've eliminated over 6 million plastic bottles from our fleet every single year. We partnered with Just Goods. It's a biodegradable cardboard water bottle that we serve now on our ship. So getting rid of over 6 million plastic bottles was a huge step forward in our Sail and Sustain program. Here's an artist rendering of the port facility in Miami with our own parking facility on the left-hand side. They call this the Pearl of Miami. It lights up at night in purple. It's just absolutely beautiful. But you can park your car, check in, and be in your cabin in under 20 minutes. It's really, really state of the art. I mentioned our 2 private islands. We have one in Harvest, called Harvest Cay. It's off the coast of Belize for the Western Caribbean, and Great Stirrup Cay, which is off the coast of, or in the Bahamas, actually, and the Berry Islands down close to Nassau. We're global all over. I'm not going to go through all the itineraries, but our cruise of 20 contemporary ships are sailing to 450 ports around the world, over 16 different regions, 3-day cruises all the way to our Extraordinary Adventures, which is up to 21-day cruises. We hit all 7 continents, giving you 2 immersive and memorable shore excursions. So, people go on a cruise typically to go to those ports of call and take advantage of the shore excursions. Another boasting item that we have at Norwegian is our convenient 14 close to home ports. After 9/11, nobody wanted to fly, and we had the most home ports in North America of any cruise line, and have kept that up everywhere from Vancouver all the way around to Quebec City, including New Orleans and San Diego and LA and so on. So 14 convenient ports around North America if you've got clients who don't want to fly and want to drive to one of these convenient ports. I talked a little bit about Hawaii. We're the only cruise line in Hawaii. You see the beautiful Pride of America, where you fly to Honolulu, cruise around the islands, and fly back home. With all the other cruise lines, you got to spend 6 days at sea getting there, but not with us. So we like to say that the Norwegians own the private islands. We have a wide variety of dining options on board. There's 10 different bars and lounges, 2 swimming pools, 4 hot tubs, the Splash Academy, which is our kids crew program. And we've won Best Cruise Line in Hawaii, I think 7 years in a row now by the Travi Awards. So with our Hawaii, if that's on your client's bucket list, it is the way to see the islands. We hit all 4 major islands in 7 days. If your clients take a 7-day cruise in the Caribbean, they're only in port about 35 hours. With us, there are no days at sea. They're in port over 100 hours with full days in Kona and Hilo, and we do overnights in Maui and Kauai. It is the way to see the Hawaiian Islands. And just remember to tell your clients, it's just a nap, a book, and a Mai Tai away. So our Prima class ships, we have 6 of them on order. Absolutely stunning. The Prima came out in 2022. The Viva was last year, and this year I'm going to show you a brand new video that I just got this week, debuting our newest ship called the Norwegian Aqua, which will come out in 2024. Give you a little snippet of Norwegian Viva.
Introducing the all-new Norwegian Viva. Our next stunning ship in a brand new class designed for you to live life to the fullest. Stay connected to the sea with experiences that bring you closer to the horizon. Stretch out, way out, in our most spacious accommodations to date. And look forward to first-rate service, so you can live it up every second.
Oh, I don't know what happened. There we go.
Live it up. Norwegian Viva, sailing 2023.
So she debuted last year. Again, a 360-degree promenade deck that goes all the way around the ship, with a couple of infinity pools on either side. Something else new to the industry is our Indulge food hall. You can see top right, where we have dining trucks or food trucks. There's an Airstream there. There's 11 to 14 different culinary dining options, and you can sit anywhere you'd like. You can see down bottom left, that's part of that Indulge food hall area, or sit outside, and you order off of an iPad with over 145 different items, and they'll bring it immediately to your table. It's really, really state of the art, a lot of fun, and something new to the industry that's getting rave reviews. Here's again the dining, and these are our complimentary restaurants, the Commodore and Hudson's Room. You know, bringing that upscale feeling that you're actually dining in a specialty restaurant when these are our complimentary. And top right is our buffet, the Surfside Cafe. And oh, let me go back. So this is the show that debuted on the Viva. This show is still playing on Broadway. I've seen it already, and it is absolutely one of the best shows I've ever seen. And it's coming to the Straws Theater, actually, in a few weeks that I had heard. But without further ado, let me introduce to you the show on Norwegian Viva, which is called Beetlejuice, the Musical.
Beetlejuice!
It's showtime. Welcome to a show about death. I'm gonna need some help. Hi, I'll be your guide. I'll be your GUIDE to the other side. The whole BDM thing. All we wanna do is hear that sound. All we wanna do is hear that sound. That beautiful sound. That beautiful sound. That beautiful sound. That beautiful sound.
Shake, shake, Sonora.
So just another taste again of one of the shows on our ships, Beetlejuice Musical. It's absolutely a riot. So let's get into helping you guys with some tools and some resources to build your success with Norwegian. You may want to write this number down. It's our automated tech support, or I'll give you my email address a little bit later. But this is, if you have any trouble getting into ncl.com or our Norwegian Central or any of our websites, you can call our automated tech support number here, and they'll walk you through it. Very, very helpful. If we need that number later, I can bring that up. This is the landing page when you go to Norwegian Central. Here you can do just about anything you want to do with Norwegian. You can connect, you can learn, take classes, you can promote with our marketing headquarters. So you sign up here, and again, that automated tech support number will help you if you have trouble. But this is where you register, and then from here, it'll take you to the landing page. So here on the landing page, you can see NCL University, which we'll talk about in a moment. NCL Help, which is absolutely spectacular. I used it 2 or 3 times today already, where you just click on that and type in, somebody has a question, one of your clients has a question about, do we offer gluten-free? Or how much are the gratuities on our beverage package? Or what's, is there transfers on the Epic, out of Barcelona? You can type that in there and you'll get the answer immediately. It's a wonderful tool resource. Marketing headquarters, I have a video on this to show you, where you can order brochures. There's all of our promotions. You can make flyers, videos, all sorts of things, make new reservations. This is your one-stop shop. If you think you have a question for me, you probably can get it answered here through our Norwegian Central and either NCLU or marketing headquarters. Right here at the bottom, where is it? The Sales Pal. Am I not seeing it? Why am I not seeing it? This must be an older one. So we have, there it is. I'm sorry. Right under marketing headquarters, you can see download the Sales Pal. I would suggest you do this on Monday each week, because we update this each week. And our Sales Pal is every single one of our sailings that's broken down by ship, sail date, departure day, destination, itinerary, how many cruise days, and then a rough estimate of what the price is. Now, our prices can change daily, so I wouldn't quote from this, but it just gives you a good idea. If somebody says, for instance, I'd like to go on the Bliss next year, I'm looking at somewhere between May and September. What's the best rate? Well, you can very quickly look here and see what the best rates are. So you can download this each week from that Norwegian Central. It's called the Sales Pal. Very, very helpful tool. If you know how to add filters to it, makes it a lot easier. Also, where you can add the filters to the top here, and just pull up any sailings in 2025 in March, that sort of thing. So here's our marketing headquarters, which I talked to you a little bit about. Our toolkits, product flyers, ready-made ads. You can design your own ads. Well, without further ado, let me let them explain it to you.
Welcome to Norwegian's marketing headquarters. It's your #1 source for NCL marketing materials. Here, you'll find professional, ready-to-use marketing materials to help you communicate with clients and grow your business. Need a video to post on social media? How about a flyer to send to a group sale customer? Or maybe you just need a simple reference material to make your job easier. We can help you with all that and more. Our marketing materials are organized by topic, type, and size, so you can quickly find that half-page Northern Europe co-op ad, or whatever you're looking for. You can find marketing materials that are immediately ready to download, and many that are customizable, like our co-op ads, emails, and numerous flyers. You can customize by adding your information to give a more personalized experience to your clients. We also offer pre-made toolkit assets to help you sell timely promotions. Again, some toolkit assets are customizable, and some are ready to download with one click. Lastly, if you're not able to find exactly what you're looking for, you can reach out to us with your custom request, and we'll make it for you. Log in to Marketing Headquarters today.
Pretty self-explanatory, and I mean, I could spend a whole hour just on Marketing Headquarters with you folks. So we'll kind of go through that rather quickly. So some NCL University updates. NCLU is our university where there's over 30 different electives available. This is where you'll get to know Norwegian Cruise Line the best. There's all types of videos, self-help. You can download quick reference guides, and there's 4 different achievement levels. You must be at least a master's degree before you can get travel agent rates, and we do offer travel agent rates, but you have to take NCLU courses and become at least a master's degree. And these are really nice to put at the bottom of your salutations. So when you send a client an email that you're a master or a PhD with university, NCL University, which shows your knowledge of NCLU.
Welcome aboard NCL University. Ready to learn more and earn more? NCLU was developed to help you learn everything about Norwegian. Our core and orientation courses are a great place to start. Next, choose from over 30 electives covering our fleet, destinations, and sales training. Ready to take your career to the next level? Our graduate courses will help you power up your selling efforts with our helpful tools, tips, and resources on marketing, PR, and more. You'll earn badges and email icons along the way. Use them on your client communications to showcase your knowledge of NCL. Other rewards include certificates, credits good toward Cruise Lines International Association, CLIA membership, and reduced rates on cruises. Better yet, reduced rates are now combinable with our current promotions. We've also developed at-a-glance flyers and tutorials on topics covered in NCLU. You can download them and print for quick reference. Lastly, on the Connect page, you'll see a link to Partners First on Facebook to be aware of the latest news from NCL, or join the NCLU Student Union, a private Facebook community exclusively for NCLU students. Log in to NCLU today.
And again, I want to reiterate that our reduced rate program that we do have for agents, you must have at least a master's degree before you're eligible for those. So I want to talk to you a little about our groups program. We have 2 group programs. We just came out with an additional group program last week, but the affinity group program is one of the best in the industry. And if you have a group, I can certainly walk you through it, individually. Just I'll give you my email information, and I want you to contact me, and I can certainly help you out and help you promote it. I've got co-op money to assist you in promotion. We can offer incentives, say for the first week that you block a group and you're going to go advertise it, an early booking incentive where we offer some onboard credit or a bottle of wine and chocolates, that sort of thing. But with our group program, if the sailing is up to, it's about 15 months out, we offer an additional 15% off. If it's 10 months out, 10% off, and 5, and so on. A 1 per 10 TC, where the normal group program with most of the cruise lines is a 1 per 15. So we're offering a 1 per 10 tour conductor policy. And then the standard amenities that go with balcony and above or ocean view and above, you get all 4. And if they take an inside cabin, they get 2 of those plus 1 bonus. And I'll show you the bonus here in a moment. But the 1 per 10 TC, when you block a group, all that's needed is $50 per cabin deposit to hold that group space. So that'll hold those cabins and those rates for you, and you'll have a leg up on any of your competition. So if you've got some people who are looking to sail on Hawaii, say in 2026, you can block a group today and hold those cabins for $50 per cabin. If you have, 8 cabins, that's $400 to be able to hold those cabins, for the next couple of years. As rates are increasing, yours are at the price when you booked your cabin. So that $50 deposit is due within 60 days of you blocking your group. So here again is the Affinity Group Program, 1 per 10 TC with the standard amenities. And I can spend a little bit more time with each of you on this if you have a specific group that you want to promote or you need some help. I'm probably in the top 5 in our entire company at Norwegian in blocking groups. So my colleagues come to me all the time asking advice on blocking groups and how to promote them and incentives, that sort of thing. So please, and if you've got a client who's been booking Royal Caribbean or Carnival in the past, let me bid on it. Let me see what I can do. Offer them something a little bit different. So please get in touch with me. This is our Free at Sea, which we started quite a few years ago, but we extended. It's our New Year's sale that's extended now all the way into February, where we're offering 50% off all cruises. This is inclusive in the groups or FIT, which are the singles, but it's free airfare, unlimited open bar, free specialty dining, free shore excursions, free Wi-Fi, and the 3rd and 4th passenger goes free. So you can see here, it's explained a little bit more detail. The free airfare, which we're going to go over a little bit, that's buy one, get one free air. Unlimited open bar. There is no drink limit. I think it's $15 or less, and the majority of our drinks, like 90% of them, are $12 or less, so you're covered. Free shore excursion credit, 3rd, 4th passenger goes free in the cabin, 150-minute Wi-Fi, and then the free specialty dining. We've got a Cruise First program where we match your client's deposit. So this has to be done before they block their cruise. So if you've got a client who says, I'm looking to do, say, Europe next year, what you'll do, typically it's a $250 per person deposit to hold a cabin. Well, with this Cruise First program, they can put $150 down, and that will hold a cabin, not per person, it's for the cabin. So $150, and we immediately match it by giving them $150. So now they can put $300 down on their deposit. So make sure that you ask for that. Let's see, what's the date today? Well, that's already expired. From time to time, we offer $250 where they put a deposit down of $250 and we match it for $500. I did this presentation a week ago, and we were offering a Valentine's Day sale where second guest goes free, and we're offering a $250 get $500. But right now it's $150, $300, They get $300. Please email me if you've got somebody interested in taking this, because about every 2 months or so, we do run the promotion of 250, get 500. So, you can email me and I can let you know about that. We have an unbelievable military program that we just started. Very excited. 10% off for any active reserves or National Guards or any veterans. It's 10% off. If you want to take a picture of that QR code, you can do that. It gives you a little bit more in-depth, or I can send you this flyer. One of the nice things about this is when they get on board, we do have a cocktail party for all the military personnel, and we recognize them. But in their cabin, when they get on board, they have a packet on their bed. And in that packet, there's a welcome letter that's on the same type of paper, and it's printed up pretty much the same way of their enlistment letter. So, they typically get a kick out of that. There's also a patch. They love patches, but there's a patch that has the name of the ship on it, and it's a military patch. And there's a challenge coin. If you're not in the military, you won't know what a challenge coin is, but we do offer a challenge coin. In a nutshell, what that is ex-military, they all carry around this challenge coin. And if they run into somebody else at a bar and they ask them, hey, what branch of the service you were in, and a friend was in the military, and they're not carrying that challenge coin with them at the time they're asked for it, they owe the other person a drink. So it's just kind of a fun game that ex-military play. And so we do offer a challenge coin. I want to spend a moment on our AIR program to make sure that you manage your clients' expectations. I can't be any clearer. So we have a buy one, get one free AIR. And it's either for Sally Savings or for Peter Picky, as we like to say. So if you have a client who doesn't care what flight they're going on, what airline they're using, where their seat is, they don't want to fly with anybody. Now, everybody in the same cabin will fly together, but say you have a group and they all want to fly together. This is not the program for them. Our buy one, get one free AIR is for people who would like to save a lot of money, and they can. Imagine flying to Hawaii or Europe where second passenger flies free. There may be an extra connection. They don't mind flying apart from their group. They don't care what airline they fly. Then our buy one, get one free is for them. If they want the best value, but not the price or convenience or the preference, we do have traditional air. If you want a nonstop flight, or, you have more than one cabin, everybody wants to fly together, or say you want to fly with grandma and grandpa, so you can watch over them. You cannot guarantee that with our buy one, get one free AIR. So, what you'll want to do then is look at our traditional AIR. So our buy one, get one free AIR, price advantage, one-stop shop, variety of airlines and gateways, but you cannot customize it at all, the buy one, get one free AIR. But we do offer the traditional AIR, which is customizable. You get an extra seat, or your guest needs special needs. You can upgrade specific airlines, class of service. You can choose a route, that sort of thing. So please make sure when booking our buy one, get one free AIR, which is a great promotion, that you manage your clients' expectations. So without further ado, this is our brand new ship, the Norwegian Aqua.
Let's run away. We can go anywhere. 'Cause we got the world and we can go anywhere.
being built as we speak and should debut, I believe, in April of 2025. So next year, she'll be coming out. And here's a quick look at the itinerary. We do have it open right now to sell. So the Norwegian Aqua, she debuts actually on 4/16, 2025, doing a couple of 3-days, some shorter cruises. Then she'll be in Port Canaveral for pretty much the whole summer, and then heading to New York mid-August through September, and then back down to the Caribbean again out of Miami. So very excited to debut the Norwegian Aqua. Don't have any information about who the godmother or godfather is, or any of the shows. As I said, she's being built as we speak. This is my Hunter's Run. Please make sure that you are getting this. If not, I'll give you my email address and I'll make sure that I opt you in. I send about 2 or 3 of these out a week. It's just my happenings, things that are going on at Norwegian Cruise Line that I think are important. Quote of the day sometimes, or just a hello, this is what we're offering on a limited basis. If I'm going to do any seminars at sea, or if I have any ship inspections, they'll all be through my Hunter's Run that I send out a couple times a week. So please make sure that you are opted in. If not, send me a quick email, and you can do that right here, shunter@ncl.com. That's my cell phone number. You can text me if it's an emergency, but you can see that the easiest way to get a hold of me really is via email, shunter@ncl.com. And that's pretty much it, folks. I can answer any questions that you may have. I guess we'll take everybody off if I can stop sharing and take everybody. I'll leave this up here for a moment so people can write down my cell.
All right, well, let's see in the chat. Thank you so much for that amazing webinar, Stephen.
Sure.
Inside of the chat, so Ms. Shaquita said, oh my gosh, I love Beetlejuice. Jackie says, her too, the show looks fun. The Norwegian courses are really enjoyable. Ms. Shaquita says, I need help with groups and booking. I've been trying to block a group for years since Halloween. So if we have time, is it possible to run through like maybe a mock group with them?
Yes, you can. What I have, probably the easiest way to do it is to call in to our 1-800 number and block a group that way. I mean, you can do it through our C-Web program. For me to get on and do that right now, it will take quite a bit of time. That's kind of a separate training that we could have. But what I ask you to do, whoever that was here, send me an email, please. And, I'll give you a call and I'll walk you through it, get all the information that you need, and I'll block the group for you. I'm not going to get in the habit of doing that for everyone, but I will initially help you guys out and block the group for you. And, to see what kind of programming you need, how many inside, how many ocean view, how many balcony cabins, what ship, what itinerary, the length of the cruise, if programming, like if you're bringing a band on board, or, I did a group last year where we had Kenny Lattimore. It was a pretty big group. There was some 100 cabins on to see him with one of my agencies. So I do groups all the time. If you have that kind of programming, I got one going right now with an Elvis Presley, and not Elvis, an Elvis impersonator. And he's got over 125 cabins. He's on the Escape right now. He's got one of our venues that he uses, each evening for his entire group that he can perform. So I can certainly help you out with that, with the group questions.
Okay. Once again, for the purposes of groups, is it 10 that makes a group, or is it another number?
8 cabins.
Okay, 8 cabins. 8
cabins makes a group,
and
we protect that, Tyra. We protect that down to 1 or 2 cabins. So if you block a group of, say, just 8 cabins and it falls down to only 3 or 4, you're not going to get a TC, but you'll any of the other amenities that those people get, the 2 or 3 cabins that you booked, they'll still get all the same amenities. So we do protect the group down to 1 or 2 cabins.
Okay. And then for the for the Norwegian platform, sometimes it can be a little tricky. Is there any training on how to actually work that platform? And have you guys gave it an update? And I think the last time we spoke on it, it was supposed to be getting some kind of update to make it a little bit more easier to navigate.
Yes, we're
has that
throwing it
happened
out
yet?
the window. We are completely getting rid of it because it's been a pain in my rear end also. Along with all my travel agents, and I have over 400 travel agencies that I represent in the state of Florida. And every one of them hate our GDS system. So it's called C-Web, and we are updating it, and we're hoping to debut it later this year. The brand new system.
Okay.
A couple of top accounts have already started, so yeah, stay tuned.
All right, let me see if there's any questions online. Nope, there's no questions over there on Facebook land. Agents, do you guys have any more questions? This is your opportunity. We've been waiting a long time for
Yes.
this video, this webinar.
I have a question for Stephen. Because you talk about the impersonator, is there a different cost for, like, say we want to do a cruise with a singer, impersonator? Is there a different cost for those people being on the ship and using the facility? What's the deal
So
on that?
that's a great question. For instance, with this, there is not a room cost. We do not charge unless you need, microphones, if you need any of that, and I can certainly help you out with that. Or if you need bar service. But for the most part, just to utilize one of the facilities, one of the rooms, there is no cost for that. With the Elvis impersonator, he's using, I'm trying to think of the room. It just went out of my head. It's one of our restaurants, but it has a stage. It's absolutely beautiful. It's called the Supper Club. And I think it seats 250 people. So he's using that every afternoon. And there's no charge for that whatsoever. On that same cruise, I actually have, it's called the Land Shark Cruise. It's a Jimmy Buffett. Where the gentleman actually who's putting it on, he played in Jimmy Buffett's band. And they have 250 cabins that they sold, and they're on the same cruise, on that Escape cruise. And they're using that aft area that I showed you, that adults only area, Spice H2O. They've got that rented out, as I say, rented out, no charge. And they have that from, like, I think 6 to 8 o'clock every evening. It's theirs. So yes, there's no charge. It's not like a hotel where they charge, $25 a gallon for coffee. There's no charge for room rental.
Okay. Awesome.
I have one
And-
question to add to that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, I was just gonna follow up that with saying that. So how do we organize that? And I'm asking that because I have a radio station that goes away every year. And so they would have, like, their DJs and stuff, want to do their spinning and have, like, say, for example, an all white night with their DJs spinning. So how
Sure.
would that work in terms of getting contracts for those?
We'll block a group. You and you'll give me a call. We'll block a group and see when it gets that involved, you can't do it on your own. So I'm glad we're all on here. I need you to contact me because I'll have to help you with the programming on that. So it's funny. I have a radio station that goes every year, and they got about 250 to 300 people that go. It's a radio station out of Sarasota. And, I think it's a DJ, but I have a number of, what we did is on the private island, we have cabanas, and I was able to secure, I think, 13 cabanas for the whole group. And then they set up a tent in front of that in the sand where the DJs were spinning in a tent. So I have a lot of ideas for groups like that. So yeah, we can take that offline here, and I can certainly help you.
Okay, thanks, Stephen.
You bet.
Ms. Shaquita?
She asked exactly what I was going to ask, so it was perfect.
Yeah, so you guys got my email. Send me an email and I'll get back to you. And you know, what I'll do is I'll give you a call to make sure that I have all of the information for the groups, and I'll handhold you through the whole process.
Awesome.
All right, agents, do you guys have any other questions? No, if not,
Nothing?
thank you guys for. Oh, I don't think so. Now's your opportunity.
Well, I'm here, Tyra. So you know, I'm around. You guys can just send me an email. That's, like I said, the easiest way. If you think of something later, please don't, you know, feel free to reach out. Like I said, I've been doing this 29 years with Norwegian, and I do go on vacation from time to time, but I always take my laptop. So I'd like to say I'm available 24/7. Please don't call me at 9 o'clock at night and ask me about a brochure. If it's an emergency, I'm here. You know, yesterday I was getting calls from, which is fine. That's what I'm here for. But the Jimmy Buffett group, they needed help getting the equipment on board. So they called me on a Sunday morning, and I had somebody waiting outside for them, the ship. So, you know, I am available for you guys. I want to say 24/7, within reason. So use and abuse me as much as you can.
Well, thank you so much for doing this webinar for us, and I cannot wait for the follow-up webinar. Maybe we can take a deeper dive into whatever sections that the agents vote on, or whatever section that, you know, you would like to go ahead and take a deep dive in. And, you know, until our next video, hopefully we'll see everybody on the next webinar.
Sure. Thank you, guys. I hope to hear from a lot of you, especially Raquel. I think you were saying that you were the one that had the group. So please reach out to me, and I'll help you walk you through it all.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Ciao.